read verse 12 and then jump up to verse 1.
This is Joel 3 and verse 12, and it says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Right, that's the same thing the Lord said in verse 2 in that same chapter. You guys continue reading from verse 1.
This is Joel 3 and verse 1, and it says, for behold, in those days and in the time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
And if I may say, the Lord is already doing that.
Yeah.
The Lord is turning back that captivity.
The Lord waking us up.
By waking us up, are making us what? Stand in great boldness. All right. The Lord is shifting the rulership.
For giving us back our identity.
Right.
That we're not in a state of confusion anymore. Right. That's turning back because when you go to what it is, I believe that's Hosea. That was part of it of us losing our heritage was us going into captivity. All right. Not remembering ourselves.
There you go, Baruch.
Yeah.
In the land of our captivity, we shall remember ourselves.
So, all right. So now, as remembering ourselves, that's turning back our captivity,
Coming back to our heritage.
coming back to our heritage, and that's so that's why they're upset and they're scared.
Right.
I will prophesy the downfall of this place.
Because they know what they did to us. That's why they're scared.
They're like, oh, we got to take, they said out of their own mouths, we got to take away free speech.
Yep.
We got to put a limit. Amalek was saying that on the talk show. I think he was like, oh, we got to take away this and do that.
They know they got a bloody history.
Yep.
That's why they got to take it away, because they know the history is bloody.
They say saints are spewing on their glory,
Right.
right? So they're trying to erase the history that they did. All right, but everybody knows about your history.
Right. A couple of years ago, remember they was pulling down all those statues.
Yeah.
You know?
And trying to take slavery out of school.
There you go.
All right, but we already know the Lord got us. Wow, and say knowledge increase. We searching everything. The Lord is exposing you. This fucking devil.
49, won't break it up.
You can get Jeremiah 49, come on.
Jeremiah 49 verse 10, but I have made Esau bare.
Yep.
I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Right, so we're in the time where he's not able to hide himself. That's why he's trying to go out the Constitution to take away free speech.
Yeah. He's trying to take all your rights away.
Right.
So he's justified just doing whatever he wants to do to you. All right. And they already said it. I think when Lil Bush said it, the Constitution, you can wipe with your ass. You can wipe your ass with that.
It's just a piece of paper.
It's just a piece of
Somebody
paper.
got to enforce it.
He's supposed to be a president. That's what the president said. All right, so you slowly, while Donald Trump is in office, you're slowly losing your rights. All right, while you partying and bullshit and popping pills, being a lip-biting animal, all right? All right, Trump is taking all your rights away.
Yep.
All right, really, all the rights that's in the world is being taken away.
Yeah.
All right?
You remember when Trump first came into his presidency, he was signing all those bills.
Yeah.
He was just sitting at the table,
Signing bills.
Signature.
That show you that they're being run. They're overseers, man. Because it was the same thing with Joe Biden. When he got in there, it was just signing after signing after signing. So they have these teams set ahead of them. When they go in there, all they're doing is signing with a pen. Signing with a pen. Signing with a pen.
Next president, all he's doing is continue what the other president was doing.
Yep. There you go.
Remember?
That left-right paradigm. Because guess what? Remember, Biden let them in.
Yeah.
He taking them out.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about Operation Warp Speed?
There you go.
Yeah. That was who started that? That was Obama.
I was under Trump.
That was Trump. No, I'm saying I believe the president before
Biden
had it in motion first. Was that Trump? No, I think it was who was it before? It was Obama. I think it had Operation Warp Speed. Somebody had it first, and Trump implemented it.
Okay. It has to be
So
Obama.
look up when did Operation Warp Speed? Who implemented? Not implemented. Who started? You said Biden started Operation Warp Speed?
it says
No,
It had to be an Obama event. If it was before
if I'm
Trump,
wrong,
it had to be Obama.
it says she said there was an urgent need to address the failures of the Trump approach to so Trump started it.
Trump started it and Biden continued it.
Okay, so Trump did start.
Yeah.
Sloppy.
May 2020.
Yeah. So sloppy. So just proving even if they of the different feather,
The same agenda.
wing, they still push the same agenda because it's of the left wing and the right wing is of the same fucking bird.
That's it. If you sweeping something, you sweep it to the left, to the right hand, come and brush it back in the middle. You keep it in the middle, left, right,
Until you bring
left,
it to the dust.
right. It's going straight forward to your purpose. That's all it's doing.
It's just y'all people so stupid not understanding that they for the same people. They're for the 1948ers.
I was about to say that America has a boss, all right? And that is the 1948ers, the small hatters.
The elites.
So it doesn't matter which president comes into fucking power. All right, Israel governs and owns America. They're the ones who call the shots. Okay, they're the ones that benefit from the wars.
Like that's why they got that organization, APAC.
Right.
To show you how much money they fund these politicians and people.
Right, exactly.
You gotta take that trip to Israel.
Right? Y'all gonna have a young con in head. That's a way of saying that you in submission, man.
Hey, what is it? 50 states, one Israel.
Yeah, what is it? Remember his inauguration when he got back? He's like, basically the Amalekite was saying, hey, America's gonna do a lot for Israel.
Yeah.
That's what he said. All right, why are you telling, why is the Amalekite this is American inauguration. This is Amalekite talking about Israel. Why? You know what I'm saying? Talking about pray for Israel. And this is American Day.
That kind of cops in control of everything.
Yeah.
This is from tracking APAC, right? It says the Trump administration, President Donald Trump. Our latest analysis uncovered $230 million in spending by pro-Israel interests, groups benefiting Donald Trump since 2020. It says Miriam Allison Preserve America PAC is by far the biggest spender, pouring $215 million plus into the U.S. presidential elections to help Trump. Puppet.
I think they declared a while back that Trump was their savior, right? You know?
No one else take the video down.
Man, so what? We gotta expose him.
Yeah, of course.
You know, take down the video, motherfucker. Whoever got edified, got edified. It still went into the wins.
Yep.
Can't stop it there.
It says the Republican Jewish coalition in APAC Alley has spent $14 million supporting Trump since 2020. So he's in their bag, man. And we already know Amalek is the one that's pulling the strings.
Since he been back, he been doing things for Amalek. He have not did anything for these U.S. citizens.
He said he was Amalek.
I believe he is. I said that for years. I just said he was a New York Amalekite that act like a American.
He converted in 2020, I believe.
Yeah. I believe he was family on the low with Amalekites, man. That's my personal belief.
Well, they all converted.
Yep.
Going back to what the brother brought out.
They got us.
Now let's say, just going back to what the brother brought out, earlier talking about how Esau's being made bare. A lot of these things are being exposed. Alright, because show you who's the devil that's really running the show.
Right.
That's right.
And they say we'll tell you who's in control is the people that you can't speak of, speak about.
Right.
You can't speak about Amalek. All they do is push anti-Semitism.
Yep. Can't talk about him, can't speak about him.
But them motherfuckers can talk about anybody.
Yep. And they
Bomb and kill.
He's talking about controlling Twitter and controlling
Yeah.
TikTok.
I think he brought.
Why they got to do that?
Then he bought one of them.
Yeah,
They now
because
brought
they
one.
want to shut it down. They want to control it.
Yeah.
Why they got to do that?
Because a lot of truth is coming out.
Yeah.
About who? About them.
By them. You have what's they called? Whistleblowers.
Whistleblowers, you got the whistleblowers.
All right. And you got the
amongst
truth.
them,
You got
and
the
you got
truth.
the prophets.
You got the prophet.
They know a lot of people are on those platforms.
Yep.
So that they feel like they have to have it. They have to control it.
Also because they know that they're getting exposed.
Right.
When it's coming to light that even now you can be on Instagram and then he see some shit about fucking Amalek and about how how the Jewish people are in control and they can't into the wars.
There was a brother who did a video. He did a video where he was going into there was some Edomite, look like Edomite. He was going into the Kabbalah and he was going into the Talmud and saying that those books are wicked. And he was on saying Christian. He was going, in the sense of a Christian, he was going against their Talmud and the Kabbalah, saying their book is wicked. It's witchcraft and wickedness in there.
Talking about Trump?
No, it was a brother who did a video, but it was an Edomite exposing their books that they believe in.
Right.
The Talmud, the Kabbalah, where they, it's okay to rape. It was all type of shit they did, man. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. All type of shit. That's why they got kicked. That's why when they converted Judaism, they made Judaism, they got kicked out of almost every country.
Right.
Because that way of life is wickedness. It's nasty. It's really dirty.
But that's what their Talmud says. It says if you want to wish to do evil, go to a land where you're not known. That's why these fucking Amalekites, all right, they go to even Central America.
Yeah, they in Central America.
And then wherever they go, there's always a pattern of kids going fucking missing.
That's Malachi. They're the border of wickedness.
Remember it was a couple of years ago, there was an Amalekite community in South Central America or South America. They got exposed.
Yeah.
Doing some weird shit.
Yeah.
Let me get the article.
Look at the Malachi real quick.
Alright, I'm bringing it. It is Isaiah 29 and 21. It says that make it. It's like that make a man offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproving in the gate and turn aside the judge for a thing of naught. Are they gonna come against us for speaking on these things? That's why they withdraw freedom of speech. The Lord is putting our spirit to rebuild our right Amalek, so-called the small hatters, man. The Jew.
The ish people.
Yeah.
All right, the ones that wish to be Jew.
The shepherd movers.
Yeah.
The doofenshmirtzers.
Yeah. The big nose people.
The Heinz. You got one more.
I got Malachi chapter 1, I saw the verse 1 and read down to verse 4. 4 is the point. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi, I have loved you, said the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord? Yet I loved Jacob. I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Verse 4, whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
Right.
So, remember they came as the Greeks, under Alexander, right? And then they came as the Romans. Okay, and then they went down, their head was wounded, all right? But they went down for 1,000 years, they were shut up in the bottomless pit.
So the deadly one was healed.
The deadly one was here. So they came back
And the
in the
Renaissance.
1492s under Christopher Columbus and those. With the Renaissance, where they went out to deceive the nations, Revelation chapter 20. That's when they build back. They build back to what you see now. The Lord said he would throw down. Okay, it says, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord of hosts. They shall build, but I will throw down.
That's right.
They shall call them, it says, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. So like the brother was just saying, these Amalekites, because of their Talmud, they can't live around certain people. They keep going into all these other nations.
Right.
That's why everywhere they go, they're the border of wickedness. They keep it not at home. Habakkuk.
Bro, you gotta look. Bro, you gotta go to the Talmud a little bit and look at the wickedness this guy has set up, bro. You just read a couple lines.
What happened to the fucking tunnels, man?
Yeah.
That just disappeared.
Yeah.
As if it was Jake, right? You'd have been hearing this still to this day.
They still been showing out the news. They every year come around at a certain time, you see the annual coming up out of the holes if that was Jake.
Hey, that's a beautiful point that you made. Because, for example, El Chapo, right? When he escaped from the jail, they kept posting the tunnels over and over. The escape, how he was on a motorcycle, this, that, and the third. The length of the tunnel, the circumference of the tunnel, how long it took for him how many days it took for him to dig it, and how long it took for him to get out the tunnel. But as soon as you have Amalek come out the sewers, it gets swept under the rug.
Ninja Turtles, man.
Yeah, that's like Ninja Turtles. But they under the sewer eating pizza.
Pizzagate.
Pizza.
I got a quick article here. This is from jurist.org. It says, Guatemala authorities rescue minors from extremist Orthodox JJ group following abuse allegations. Okay, this is published December 22nd, 2024. It says the public prosecutor's office in Guatemala conducted an operation at the compound of Leftahor, an extremist JJ section, on Friday, following reports of abuse within the group. The authorities performed a search and seizure, taking at least 40 women and 160 minors into protective custody. Authorities also discovered at least one skeleton of a minor.
What you over there for? Go back to your land. You're Orthodox Jew. Why you not in Israel? You just doing weird shit all over the earth.
Right. That was the same thing with those Edomites when they had the earthquake in Haiti.
Yeah.
They was going over there, they scooping up,
recently, you know, they just said that they found an Israeli trying to burn
What was that? I think that was there Argentina?
Yeah, Argentina. It's like, oh, they were trying to start a fire, and I think they started that fire. Like, what the fuck is Israeli doing in Argentina?
Well, Trump sent $40 billion to Argentina.
Yep.
You Americans can't pay your rent.
Yeah, they have a heavy diaspora of small hats over there.
Right.
Yeah, essentially South America and Central America.
Yeah, they probably setting up some sort of safe haven
Right.
for them JJs in Argentina. So when our home breaks loose, they got a place to go again. That's all these fucking rats do. They go from corner to corner.
Yeah. That's what
That's what the
rats do.
Yeah. Especially if you see, like, if you really look at a rat and you see it, once you see the rat and it sees you, once it realizes you, oh my God, it's a rat. What it starts to do? It runs. It tries to go hide somewhere. Right. And after that, it gets comfortable in that location. And once you find out where it's at,
He's a vagabond.
yeah. All he does is run. Once you find, okay, he's right there. I see him. Next thing you know, you're gonna run and try to hide somewhere else. And that's Amalek. That's what you do. You try to blend in with these other countries and try to fit in, but you have a track record.
You gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Yep, you have a track record. Nobody got a nose like a shark fin but you.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
Nobody wears those hats.
They're frisbee.
Even the damn rats have, you know, I respect the rat more than these damn JJs, man. Hey, y'all can know rats.
This is Job 9 and verse 24. And it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, and who is he? If not, where and who is he?
You see, you ultimately see who has power. Who's pulling the strings? Who's doing the 1-2s? Who owns the banks? Who owns the P industry?
Who owns the media?
Who owns the media? Amalek, you see it. The so-called white man, you see it.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. They have the.
Music is
Hey, there was a Hollywood producer, which they set him up, and he was trying to link up with an underage boy, right? And he was looking at the camera, and he basically was saying, you made a big mistake. And then after that, the YouTuber who exposed him, the YouTuber was getting death threats. Talking about, you better delete that video, we coming for you. They're the mafia. They're literally the mafia. They run the world.
There's a mafia behind them.
I remember the Yahoo, I'm not going to say the full name, but the Yahoo guy, he was on a podcast speaking to another person. He said, man, he trolling and rape baiting him, like, oh, why you can say what you want to say? You got the freedom of speech. Say what you want to say.
Exactly.
But he's saying that in a like a devilish type way because he understands that the JJs, they control everything.
Yeah, basically what he was doing was, I run the game.
Right.
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Yeah, I can have YouTube, and not cause them to close your YouTube where you don't get monetized no more.
No money.
So I dare you to talk.
Yeah.
You'll lose your money.
And you see it. Prime example, Kanye West, when he spoke out against them. And he spoke out against them twice. The first time,
I spoke up to them against them all the
multiple
time.
times. And there was one clip, but before I get to that, you know.
It started with with Sway. You
Yeah.
started out with Sway. They own everything, Sway.
They froze his bank.
No,
Yeah, they froze his bank.
What was the favorite thing we said, Sway? He said it was a favorite theme or whatever he said to Sway. He like, I forgot how it goes, but it was funny, bro. So you don't know.
You don't got the answer,
You got the answer, Sway. Cause you're like, man, go do your own thing. You're like, bro, they own everything. If I'm gonna start my brand, I gotta get the cotton from them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta get all this material from them. They own everything.
And you know, before that happened, Kanye West was a billionaire. And after that happened, he wasn't a billionaire.
You know that shit.
And they froze his bank accounts. So you seeing what's in charge. You seeing what's going on, and they're getting exposed. And they're upset. That's how they gonna come down and do that.
That's what they say too. You know, if you don't know who in control, see who you can't talk about.
Yeah.
And that's Amalek. And y'all saying about the tunnels, and that's where that shit got swept under the rug because guess what? Amalek controls the media. So so he went and put his alternative with what's got in that state.
The leader was found a pizza box.
Yeah.
A pizza box was found in the tunnel.
Yeah.
They found a pizza box in the tunnel.
What?
A pizza box in the tunnel.
When you see the video, they was trying to fight with the police. They was literally trying. They came out and the police was right there, and they were on the other side. There was this wall. You kept trying to run up and hit the police, and then when the police turned around, you ran back. You got a lot.
Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. You're gonna let the scriptures speak. So therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, both to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time.
He's gonna come down with a great wrath because he knows he have a short time. There's too much truth being pushed out right now. He's being exposed. He's being shown for what he really is, and he has no choice but to say, man, fuck it, I'm coming after y'all.
Yeah. Basically, hey, my horns are being shown.
The
Y'all
jig
already
is up.
exposing me. The jig is up. Let me bring the sword. Let me show you that I'm really is a devil. You know? And that's what it is. He's gonna come back down. You know? He's being pushed to a corner.
Yep.
So like a dog that's being pushed to a corner, he's gonna attack.
Yep.
You know? So it's beautiful times that we live in, man.
That's right.
Hey, Donald Trump, come with it. Come with it. Start with this shit, man.
Go, yeah.
Let's get it ready. Get it. Take off.
Show your power, Trump.
Show your power, Trump.
You know, understanding this, you know, what we started off with, you know, and what we were speaking about, nukes being used, you know, what happened in Venezuela, the weapons that they have, you know, they have sonic weapons causing people to bleed, you know, and it should behoove you to seek the Lord before it's too late. Because the Lord is going to be the one that's going to keep us in this time. And if you don't have a strong foundation or an established relationship with Him, you're through.
Right. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, or otherwise the book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance.
You know, right now, you know, as crazy as things are, we're still in the grace period. But the gates of mercy are slowly closing, and you see that happening. The gates of mercy are slowly closing, so it should behoove you to seek the Heavenly Father before it's too late. It should behoove you to establish a relationship with Him before it's too late, because you don't want to get caught out here with your pants down. You know, this devil has technology that you're not going to be able to face. He has weapons that you can't defend yourself from, man.
Right.
The only way for you to defend yourself is if you have the Lord on your side.
Right.
But,
there was an article that came out recently. Okay, it's talking about how Chinese military, they're starting to develop quantum warfare weapons. Okay, so the technology for this war, okay, it's gonna be at an all-time high that it's tech that we've never seen before. They're making quantum military weapons. Okay, so that means radar equipment. That means infrared technology. All right, that means all this tech that they have is gonna be even going to the next level.
Yep, that's
okay,
right.
Which is another reason why they want to take Greenland, because they need those resources to supply these quantum weapons. And America, guess what? America has that too as well.
And also too, a big reason why they need Greenland is for Russia and China. If any missile is shot, they can intercept it over there at Greenland. That's why they want Greenland so bad.
You're gonna try to intercept, but he ain't gonna intercept. You're
Yep.
gonna say you're not gonna cause them to thrust or break rank.
But the technology, like we said, like the scripture said, they're not. This is not a war that's going to be fought with swords. No, this is a war where a button is going to be pressed and somebody's going to get annihilated, man. You know, you already see what they're setting up. They have robot dogs, dogs that carry weapons on them. They have drones. You know what they said in Venezuela? They said a swarm of drones. You know, Esau has all this technology. When his back is against the wall, you don't think he's going to use this shit? You don't think he's going to use it on you? They're trying to get you soft and docile with you seeing robots around, but soon these robots are going to be gunning you down. What are you going to do then?
It's Joel 2, verse 7, and it says, they shall run like mighty men, they shall climb the wall like a man of war. And they shall march every one of their ways, they shall not break their ranks. You know, and that's talking about those ICBMs, those intercontinental ballistic missiles that they have, these nations have.
Yep.
All right, you know, and they tell you that too. You can just search it up and Google it. Okay, none of these shall break their ranks, but they're not gonna just bump into each other and hit each other. No, man. They, like the brother was saying, once that button is pressed, that's it, man. Okay, test is over. All right, now it's time to shine. All right.
Quick article.
2 Peter chapter 3. I'm starting at verse 3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, and all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High, the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby, verse 6, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished.
And the first world, it went out with water, the flood. The Lord flooded this place because he was tired of the wickedness. And also too, that's how you know we're in the last days, scoffers. It's slowed down right now, but there was a bunch of scoffers talking shit.
Why it slowed down?
Prophecy.
Because they seen it.
They see
It
the
said that
truth.
the word of the Most High is true.
There you go.
Let every man be a liar.
Yeah, they see that it's true. So they can't say nothing no
Can
more.
gainsay, what do you say? They can't gainsay or
Right,
resist.
don't resist. That's right. You got it on one.
Read on verse 7, it says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store. So it says by the same word, showing you that prophecy, it doesn't change us.
Yep.
The prophets of old, all right, we saying the same thing that they were saying. We saying it right now. Okay, so it's by the same word. All right, it says whereby, it says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men.
That's right. And that's why you see all this nuclear talk. That's why you see them talking about using missiles, ballistic missiles, warheads. That's why this conversation is being revved up. Because those weapons are going to be used, man. Once again, this is not going to be a war where swords are slashing and slinging and you hear warrior cries. No, this is a war with buttons being pushed, man.
Yes, sir.
This back you up real quick. Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
That's right. All you gotta do is push a button. Pick your destination, push the button, and that's it.
Right. So that's yeah, and because when you look at World War II, that was a type of war in which they had guns and they had tanks.
A lot of people
but
died.
the men, a lot of men died because they were still in that ancient war-like mentality in which they were charging.
Yep.
Okay, when you look at the Battle of Somme, all right, that was the most deadliest bloodshed war. I believe that was World War I.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was one because
Yep.
it said that they some of them wished for death, but they couldn't find it.
Right.
Yep. Because they got injured so bad.
Yeah.
And
They
plus,
was missing limbs.
Yeah, missing limbs, and also
Yeah, that was
too,
one. I believe that was one.
also too the technology that we have now that wasn't there back then.
Right.
They'll probably give you whatever pill,
Anesthesia.
Yeah. They
anesthesia,
didn't have that medical technology was
Yeah.
not up to date.
give you whatever and a slap on the wrist, and you got to go back out there, man.
Yep.
They probably cut you. If the shit was already hanging off.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
gave you
that's
some
cut off.
alcohol and they just cut it.
Yeah.
That's Revelation, the 9th chapter.
Yep.
With the World War I.
They didn't have that numbing morphine and stuff like that back in those days. So that's how you know, man. This is the final of all the wars, all right? This is a war that's gonna be fought with nuclear fire, all right? Quantum military nuclear fire, man.
I'm going to continue reading on. It says, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. The Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long-suffering to us worthy, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. It says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. What is going to cause that great noise?
Those intercontinental missiles.
Yep.
Those nukes.
Nukes, man.
It says, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yeah.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Yeah, that's when they're gonna be able to melt these buildings,
Yep.
these cars, concrete,
Elements.
no elements.
That's how much concentrated fire is in there. It's gonna be able to melt the elements.
Somebody get microphone one. Barbara, for sure. Reading on, it says, seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be?
Exactly.
In all holy conversation and godliness.
So seeing that this is going to take place, seeing that this is going to happen, that America is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear fire, seeing that nukes are going to be shot off, what should your conduct be? How should you be moving? How should you be carrying yourself?
Should you be in mirth?
No. You should be in the spirit of a prudent man foreseeing the evil and hiding himself.
Right, because a sword is being sharpened.
That's right. I got it. Oh, humility. You're supposed to be humble.
That's right.
All right. You're supposed to be in a mindset of mourning. All right. Mourning. You know, having sackcloth, a mourning sackcloth on. Right. Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say this, saith Yahweh. Say a sword is sharpened, is also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth?
Oh.
It contemneth the rod of my son as every tree, and he have given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. The sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it to the hand of the slayer.
Right. So like the brother what we just read just now, all right, knowing that the elements shall melt with fervent heat. All right, what manner of person ought you to be? So knowing that a sword is being sharpened to put into the hands of the slayer.
Yep.
Should you be being in mirth?
No.
Yes.
Knowing that this is what's being prepared?
Yeah, especially the slayer that has no mercy.
Right.
All right, anybody's not merciful.
He regarded not the young nor the old. Okay, I got 3 more verses, then you're going to get that Micah 4:1. It says, 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 12. Looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of God. The Heavenly Father's name is Yahweh, because he's going to send his son. Wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
That's right.
All right? Where we know that the earth is going to be refreshed. Okay? Because Ecclesiastes 1:4 tells you that the earth abideth forever.
That's right.
Okay? Verse 14, it says, Wherefore, beloved, seeing that ye look for such things, be diligent, okay, that ye may be found of him in peace, without spot and blameless. So there's a certain way that you got to walk.
Yep.
Okay, you got the scripture said to put on as the elect.
That's right.
Give diligence to make your calling and election sure, for if you do these things, you will never fall.
That's right.
It's the way you got to carry yourself, your conduct.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
And I want to read that verse 14 of NOT real quick. 2 Peter 3:14. And so, dear friends, while you are waiting for these things to happen, because these things are going to happen, it says, make every effort to be found living peaceful lives that are pure and blameless in his sight. Like the brother said, put it on as the elect. You know, that's the spirit that you should be in. If you want to receive salvation, because we understand salvation for Israel, but it's starting off with the elect. The elect is going to get saved, man. So you got to put on as the elect. That's the only way to escape the judgment that's coming. You know, to seek the Lord, ask the Lord for forgiveness, you know, repent, you know, change your ways, and keep chunking.
You got that, Michael?
Got it.
I got
Here, you bring it up.
Micah 4, verse 1. But in the last days shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains.
Malachi.
Malachi.
4:1. That's a beautiful precept also.
Yep.
And I go into the kingdom.
Yeah. That's under Yahawashi getting back rulership authority.
Yep.
All right, the kings are back. The kings back in their right role,
That's right.
right in their position.
This is Malachi 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh, thou shalt burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble. The Lord that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Right. So, like how we read in 2 Peter, how the Lord said, you know, he's not going to flood the world anymore with water. Okay? He's going to use fire. So this time the judgment is going to be fire, man. All right? So that's a future prophecy. All right? We know that's going to come to pass, man.
That's right.
Because all these nations, we spoke about it earlier, they taken their money away from their economy, from their agriculture, and they put it into weapons, man.
Yep.
All right? The weak is saying they're strong now. All right? And the Most High put it in their heart to do that.
Yep.
To fulfill prophecy, man. That's what's going to cause that fire. ICBM missiles when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth, man. You see? The brother just read it, Isaiah 5 and Isaiah 9 and 5. This shall be with burning and futile fire.
I got something like you up. Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord Yahweh will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Once again, fire. Hey, not only these dudes gonna emit fire, these chariots too. They're gonna be shooting out concentrated fire. They're gonna be shooting laser beams, man. These are the times that we're coming into, man.
And the Lord said, I've come to send fire upon earth.
Yep.
And what will I if it already be kindled, man? All right, so when the Lord returned, the battle is going to be going on. But they're going to stop battling one another to fight against the Lord. And they're going to be obliterated.
He's gonna have a little war, you know, tanks and shit being shot. So you're gonna have fires. You know what I'm saying? But the Lord going to bring the ultimate fire.
Couple verses here, brother. Verse 16. Isaiah 66, verse 16. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Yep. Plead, it's going to judge. Plead, that word plead, judge. It's going to judge with fire, man. And the slain of the Lord is going to be many. It's like the scriptures say, it's a great sacrifice in Basra. You know, the scriptures also say it's a great supper. You know, tell the fowls of the air, come eat.
Right.
There's going to be a lot of people that get killed, man. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed.
And a lot of high horses,
Bridle.
Millions of people are going to die.
And look at a horse. And look where the bridle is at.
That's a lot of blood.
That's a lot of blood.
quick.
One more verse, 17. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst.
Yeah, now they're popular, making it more training in raccoon and possum.
Yep.
All right, all this abomination.
Coon man.
Bear, yeah, the coon man. He's in Gainesville.
And you got that one individual too who be cooking. He be in the backyard
cooking
bear feet and sharks and pythons.
Snakes.
Big fruit, squirrels and shit.
Like the Lord created lamb. The Lord created beef. The Lord created bison, venison, goat. But you want to eat abomination. They that sanctify, verse 17, they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, said the Lord.
That's right, you're going to get destroyed. From a nuclear fire. You know, just how water is a cleansing agent, fire is a cleansing agent too.
It is. I got some quick. Deuteronomy 32 and 22, and I'm going to jump down. For a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of mountains.
Wow.
I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spend my arrows upon them, those are nukes.
Yep.
They shall be burnt with hunger, devoured with burning heat, with bitter destruction. I also will send teeth of beasts upon them, with poison, serpents, and dust. The sword without and terror within shall destroy both the young man, the virgin, the suckling, also with the man of gray hairs. The Lord ain't respecting a person.
No respect to persons. Anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it. I'm going to jump down to 40. Deuteronomy 32 and 40. You know what? I'm going to start at 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can be delivered out of my hand.
Yep.
For I lift up my hand to heaven and say, I live forever. If I whet my glittering sword and my hand take hold on judgment, I will render vengeance to my enemies. I will reward them that hate me. I will make my arrows drunk with blood, and my sword shall devour flesh, and that with the blood of the slain and of captives from the beginning of revenge upon the enemy.
Yep.
All right, so the Lord's going to be judging upon these heathens and his enemies, man.
That's right.
All right, there's a great judgment that's coming upon the earth, man. Nukes.
That's right. And that word mind is a possessive word. which shows that that belongs to that individual. My sword, these nukes, these are the weapons of the Lord. These are the Lord's weapon. My glittering sword. Those are the Lord's weapon. That's why ultimately the Lord's gonna have to send that evil thought for them to press that button.
Yeah,
Man.
they gotta press the goddamn button.
It belongs to the Lord. The Lord is his movie. He's the one that's in charge. And you see it. That's why you have those. They were having sightings of chariots at nuclear silos, and all the buttons and the lights will flash and go off. And once they'll get close to one, they'll just shut off. The Lord's showing who's in charge, man. Those are his moves. When he wants them to be used, they will be used. When he wants them to be shot off, they will be shot off.
Jeremiah 50, verse 25. These are Lord's weapons. It says, the Lord hath opened his armory.
That's right.
And hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this work is the work of the Lord's power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Yep. That's the Lord's armory, these nukes. Right. And it's spiritual too, because the scripture says the Lord is a man of war. And, of course, the end game weapon is his nukes, his weapon.
Yeah, guys. So this is Isaiah 63. I'm reading the NOT, and it says, "Who comes from Edom and from the city of Bozrah, with his clothing stained red? Who is his royal robes, marching in his great strength? It is I, the Lord, and announcing your salvation. It is I, the Lord, who has the power to save." All right, and then I'm talking about Yahawashi, man. Yeah, okay, that brother's going into bloodshed. There's so much bloodshed, man. Continuing on, and it says, "Why are your clothes so red, as if you have been treading out grapes?" Verse 3, and it says, "I have been treading the winepress alone. No one was there to help me. In my anger have I trampled my enemies."
Grapes are represent blood.
Yep.
It's a lot of blood shed that's going to be shed. A lot of people are going to die, but it said billions.
A lot of people, man.
And it says, "In my anger have I trampled my enemies, as if they were grapes. In my fury I have trampled my foes. My foes, their blood has stained my clothes.
Yep.
For the time has come for me to avenge my people, to ransom them from their oppressors."
Israelites.
Yep. And just
To buy us back, ransom.
Ransom them.
real quick,
He's the only one that could be sloppy. That's why he's not going to meet you us as a man, because the prophecy said that no man shall buy thee.
Yep.
Yahawashi is the only one that can buy us.
That's right.
Sloppy, go ahead.
Back you up, you're out real quick, because we quoted it. Revelation 14:20, and the right press was. Oh, you have that? Sure, go ahead, you can bring it out there. Spirit, brother.
God, all right, I'll bring it out. Revelation chapter 14, I'm going to start at verse 19. Actually, we'll start at 18. No. Yeah, I got to get this meat right here.
Gotta get that bone, man.
There you go. Revelation 17, verse 15. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, "Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe."
Yep.
So who's that that's sitting on that cloud? Or the cloud, meaning the fathership, talking about Yahawashi, okay? And the sickle is a farming tool which you use to cut down vegetation, okay? Which is a spiritual metaphor how the Lord is gonna cut all these wickedness, all right, and judge all these individuals on the earth,
I
man.
remember when we was a kid, we watched
Billy Man.
Right,
Billy
right.
Man.
the Sickles, I mean, Grim Reaper.
Reapers, the Reapers reap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yahawashi is the Him Reaper. Yup. For the harvest of the earth is ripe.
Yeah. It's time for judgment. It's time for judgment.
And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle, and the earth was reaped. And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, "Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe."
Judgment time.
And the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth, and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of the Most High. and the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse bridles, by the space of 1,600 furlongs.
Yep, and that's how much bloodshed it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of people that die. It says 2/3 is going to die.
Yeah, 2/3 here in Babylon.
Yep, and Babylon are going to pass, man. They're going to die. It's going to be a lot of bloodshed. 2/3 is a lot of people.
Yes, I just want to make a point. Isaiah 3 in verse 3, and it says, "In my anger have trampled my enemies as if they were grapes." So that's right, man. Showing you that the Lord coming back, to take these devils out of power, man.
Yeah.
Scripture's referencing, all right, you enemies as grapes, man.
Yeah.
Okay, showing you how bad, your house is gonna come back to take you out, man.
It's a global takeover.
Yeah.
The earth belongs to Yahawashi.
Yeah.
He's coming back for what's rightfully his. That's why I say kings of kings. He's the chief.
Yeah.
And one empire for another empire to come up, the other empire that's in existence got to come down. It's always through violence. It's always through bloodshed.
Yep. And scriptures say, those who don't want me to rule, bring them so I can slay them. Roughly paraphrase. Somebody can grab that.
There's a man that slay them before me.
25. Jeremiah 25:32. The brother was speaking of that sickle and how the blood is going to be up to the horse's bridle. The Lord is going to do a lot of slaying when he comes, man.
Yep.
It says, "Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up